Hello, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you? How are you?
I'm good.
Very nice. And the rest of you, how are you
I'm fine
today?
too. It's a
Very,
very cloudy day. So
yeah, I know that is perfect to be sleeping, right?
yeah, absolutely.
I know, but thank you so much for being in the class. I know that it's not so easy. You had to wake up early, you had to be here, but thank you so much for being here. We are going to learn, we are going to practice. Welcome to the intermediate level 2. My name is Clarissa. I will be your teacher. Every questions that you need or you may have, if you need me to explain again, just tell me, I'll be doing it. I'm here to help you. All right, I know that all of you already speak English. That's great. So the idea is to talk, to learn, to review some of the topics that you already know. So we are going just to review and practice. And the idea is just to improve those little details that we still have. Okay, so let's see, how many do we have? Okay, I can see 7 people now. All right. So I know that we only have 1 hour. So we are going to try to manage the time. Okay. So did you have day off yesterday, everyone?
No.
Yes? No? Okay, some of you say yes, some of you say no. Okay, all right. Well, I hope you have rested. Let's start. I'm going to share the presentation. We are going to give some instructions, and then we are going to start with the topic for today. Can everybody see the presentation, everyone?
Yes.
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 Excellent. Okay, so this is intermediate 2. We are going to start unit number 1, and this is the class number 1. As I said, my name is Clarissa. I'll be your teacher. And today is May 2nd. So, important things that we need to keep in mind. We start today. This level ends on May 30th. Okay, if everything goes well, we are going to end on May 30th. So, everybody has to work on the platform. Did you check the platform already or not yet?
I haven't yet.
Okay, and the rest of
I
you?
already checked.
Okay, cool. Anyone else?
Yes, but
Yes, I already.
yesterday we didn't have anything assigned yet.
Okay, but you already checked the website and know how to enter. If you see, it's very simple to log in. It's just like when you create a Facebook account. It's very similar. So the platform, it has to be worked all the time. So we are in the week number 1, okay? Yesterday, we didn't have classes. So during this week, the idea is that you work the 25%. Of course, if you want to work more, I mean, do it. There's no problem at all. Now, in the week number 2, we expected that you already have the 50%. Again, if you want to work more, do it. So by the end of the week number 4, okay, we are talking about Friday 26th. I expect that you complete the platform, okay, that all the platform is done. Now, we have 2 more days of classes, that it will be the 29th and the 30th. This is in order to compensate the days off that we have. Look, that is the 1st and the 10th. We are not going to have classes those days because they are day off. That's why this level is going to end on the 30th. So, but I expect that you finish the platform by the end of the week number 4. Okay? The platform is not so difficult. It's A little bit easy, everyone. I know that for you it will be fine. Look, this is the platform. You are in the intermediate level 2. So look, here we got different exercises. So what you have to do is just open the first one, read it, and then complete and continue. That's the way that is going to work. Complete and continue, and then let's start. Then you have some questions, you answer the question, then submit answer. When you click in submit answer, look, because it's empty, I'm going to say empty, please try it again. If I have a mistake, okay, imagine that I put a dark here and all my answers are incorrect. Just imagine, I'm going to put randomly the answers. If I made incorrect answers, the exercise will continue with the next, but when I finish the 3 questions, the exercise will say that I don't have 10, that I have some mistakes, that I have some wrong answers, so I need to try it again. So you have to try to do the exercise again. And basically that is the platform. It's not so difficult. When you finish this one, move on to the next, and so on and so on. In some exercise, there will be some videos, so you can watch the video, review the topic, and then practice the exercises. Is it clear how the platform works?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Teacher.
Excellent.
Yes.
If you have issues with the platform, or if suddenly you see an exercise that you don't understand, or you got the incorrect answer and you don't understand why, so you can always take a screenshot and you can send it on WhatsApp groups so I can help you with that. Okay? Now, let's talk about evaluations. We are going to have 2 types of evaluations. First, we are going to have the written quiz. The written quiz, they are on the platform. At the end of every 2 units, we have written quiz. Okay, you will find them on the platform. And the speaking evaluations, we are going to have different speaking evaluations. Some of them will be audios and some of them will be interviews. Actually, just the last one will be interview. Okay, the other ones will be audios, but I will give you the details when we have the evaluations. Okay, I will give you the instructions. I will tell you specifically the day that we are going to have it, so you can have enough time to prepare them. Understood? Yes? Any
Yes.
questions so far? No
No, it's
questions?
clear.
Okay, very good. Okay, everyone. So basically, those are like the most important things. I know that you already have like a meeting where you received explanation about this course. The most important, guys, is I know that some of you have to work. I know that the schedule is difficult. So when we are here, I want you to participate as much as you can. We are going to have, for example, one class to see grammar, the other class is full speaking. One class grammar, one class speaking. So that's the idea. This is how this is going to work. The most you practice, the most you will learn. Okay? If you have any question, just let me know. Now, let's start. Because of time, we only have 1 hour. And this is the topics that we are going to see today. We are going to check evaluations and comparison adjectives. So everyone, do you remember how do we compare two things? Do you remember?
Yes, we use than. And for example, if and use a suffix. For example, maybe Ricardo is taller than Carlos.
Good. That's correct. That is the way that we compare. Perfect. Now, what happens if the adjective is long? I want to use expensive, for example.
We use more than.
That's the one. Very good. So that is the way that we compare. But today we are going to see some other ways that we can compare. And we are going to see some phrases when we use evaluations and comparison. So the first phrase, sorry, my throat is not so good. So if you listen to my voice a little bit weird, is because of that. So the first phrase that we are going to see is to. To and followed by an adjective. So what happens? What is the meaning of to in this scenario? I need a volunteer for reading, please.
Describes excessive. Suggests that it's a negative thing. It's more than what is wanted or needed. This
Nice.
coffee is too hot.
Thank you. So look, when we use to, immediately suggest that is negative. Okay, is more than what we need, is more than what we wanted, right? So how it works, we just need to and then an adjective. As your classmate said, the coffee is too hot. Okay, that is immediately negative. Can you give me another example using this structure? To followed by an adjective.
Maybe for example, the weather is too cold.
Very good. That's a good example. What else?
That house is too expensive.
Very good. Exactly. So you see, this is the way that we can use this structure. To plus an adjective. Remember, in this case, the meaning is a little bit negative. Okay? Imagine there is another one. To, but now it's followed by much. What is the meaning of that? The meaning is basically the same, is describe excessive, is more than what we need. But the difference is much is for countables or uncountables. Do you remember?
Uncountables.
Uncountable. So when we use too much, we can use it only by uncountable nouns. And here we got some examples. You work too much. Work is uncountable. In this case, we are talking about the activity. Also, you drink too much soda. Soda is uncountable. Do you drink too much soda, everyone? Yes or no?
No, I don't think so.
No,
No.
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 Okay, can you tell me something that you drink or eat too much?
Coffee.
Junk
Ah,
food.
junk food,
Hamburgers.
coffee. All right. So imagine you can say, oh, I drink too much coffee. Oh, I eat too much junk food. So basically, is that positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Totally, exactly, negative. So,
Teacher, I have a question.
yes, go ahead.
Well, maybe in a case like the mortgage is too cheap, it's not too negative to say to use the adjective too. So I
When
have
you,
that question because it's not too negative. Like the mortgage is too cheap.
well, it depends. Because if you are selling it, do you think that is not negative? In
Okay.
this case, right? So that's why we need to be careful because it's for you is not negative. In that case, we cannot use to. For example, imagine that you look at a girl and the girl is very beautiful. So can you say, oh, she is too beautiful? Immediately, if you use too, that is something like you are giving a negative meaning, like it's
Okay.
too much. So if for you is not negative, if for you is not more than what you need or more than what you want, in this case, don't use too. What we can use instead of too, if it is not so negative, you can say so, right? For example, this is so cheap. Oh, she is so beautiful. All right.
Thanks. Yeah.
Very good. You're welcome. Any other questions that you may have, guys? Can I say, I eat too much grapes? What do you think? Is that correct?
It depends.
Why?
No, because if you are very happy to eat grapes, you can say, I eat so grapes.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So I'm going to write it. Too much grapes. Any
Yeah.
other idea?
Yeah, I think can be a negative if you feel sick after you ate too much grapes.
Okay. Now, I have a question. Grapes is countable or uncountable?
Countable.
Can I
It's too
use it?
many.
Okay.
Be
It was a
careful, be
trick.
careful.
It was a trick.
Okay, so be careful. In this case, remember much is only for countable. So grapes, no, because it's countables. If I want to use grapes, which word can I use instead of much?
Many?
Ah, very good. So that is another phrase that we can use. Instead of too much, I can use too many. For example, I eat too much grapes? No, I eat too many grapes. And yes, that can be negative because imagine you can get sick, you can have stomachache after eating too many grapes. Another example, look at this picture. There are too many people. Imagine that you go to the beach. Do you like to see this amount of people or not?
No.
No.
No, right. I think nobody likes it. So there are too many people. This is negative. So remember, everyone, the difference between too many and too much, it's only about the noun. If it is uncountable, we use too much. If we use with countable nouns, in this case is too many. Is it clear the difference?
Yes.
Any questions so
Yes.
far? No questions? Okay, if you don't have questions, let's do a practice, okay? I have here some sentences. I want you to complete these sentences using too much, or too many. For example, look at the first one. He is old to work. What is the correct answer?
Two.
Two.
Too old.
Two.
Two.
Correct. He is too old. Number two, volunteer for reading.
Two.
Volunteer for reading the number two, but the full sentence, please. Can you read it?
The
There
worst.
was too much snow to go walking.
Thank you. So he said too much snow. Do you agree, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. That is the one. Very good job. So snow is uncountable. Very
Yeah.
good. Volunteer for reading the number three.
Me.
Yes.
You put too much salt in your soup, in the soup.
Do you agree, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Good job. That is the one. Next one, please. Number 4.
I put the box because it was too heavy.
Too heavy. Do you agree?
Yes.
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 Definitely. So look at this. When we use to, most of the time is followed just by an adjective. But when you use too much or too many, it's followed by a noun. Okay, nice job.
Okay.
Number 5, volunteer.
I cannot solve this problem. It's too difficult.
Nice job. Very good. Very good. Number 6, volunteer.
You
You
wrote.
wrote.
Uh-huh.
You got too many questions.
Too many questions. Do you agree, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely. Questions. We can count it. Number 7. Volunteer.
You have eaten too much rice.
Too much rice. Everybody, do you agree?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
Actually, yes. Rice is uncountable.
Uncountable.
Good job. And the last one, volunteer for reading.
You bought too many shoes.
Okay,
Sorry.
thank you. So he said too many. Do you agree, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. Too many shoes. So easy. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. Which of these ones is followed by an adjective?
When
Too,
we
too
use
much?
to.
Ah,
too many or too much.
which one is for countables?
Too
Countable.
many.
Too many.
Too many.
Many.
Uncountables?
Too much.
That's too
Too
much.
much.
Too much.
That's it. So remember, too is followed by adjectives. Too much or too many is followed by nouns. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
excellent. Now, look at this picture. Well, look at the first one. How could you describe this picture using too much, or too many?
Well, the first one we can use to. For
For
example,
example?
the room is too dirty.
Very good. The room is too dirty. So totally negative. Very good. What else?
We can use too
There are
many. For example, there are too many boxes.
Very good. Very good. Too many boxes. Totally. What
Yeah.
else?
Too many clothes.
Too many clothes. Okay. What else? That's good. That's good. What else? Do you think that the room is big, large, bright?
The room is too small.
The room is too small. Definitely. Imagine this person has a lot of things over there. Now look at the next picture for the ones who likes fast food. What can we say here?
Too much food.
There is too much food. What else? Do you think that this is too healthy? Yes or no?
No.
No, right? So what can we say about this food?
Well, it's
Too
too greasy.
unhealthy.
It's too unhealthy.
Unhealthy.
Is it delicious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. I mean, come on. We
It's
do
so
like
delicious.
it. Yes. So imagine, we cannot say, oh, this is too delicious. No, because it's negative. So we can say, oh, this is so delicious. All right. Excellent job, everyone. Now, we are going to see another expressions that we can use. And now we are going to see enough. Do you know the meaning for enough?
Yeah.
Yes?
Sufficient.
So what is the meaning? Is basically the required degree. Is when you have no more, no less, just the exact amount that you want. We can use enough with nouns and also with adjectives, but there is a little difference. When we use it with nouns, this is the structure. First, I need enough, and then I need the noun. For example, you earned enough money. So we got the word enough, and then I got the word money. Do you agree with this statement? You earned enough money, or do you want more?
More.
More,
more.
of course. All right, so we can use this sentence also in negative. Look, the structure doesn't change. I didn't have enough time. So we got enough and then the noun. Do you have enough free time? What do you think? Do you have enough free time?
No, not enough.
It's never enough, right? All right. So look, easy. If you have a noun, remember, first is the word enough and then is the noun. Clear? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
The difference when we have an adjective is the opposite. We switch the order. First is the adjective and then is the word enough. For example, my room is large enough. Look, we don't say, my room is enough large. First is the adjective. My room is large enough. We can use it in negative too. My spot is not big enough. Think about the spot you work when. Is that big enough or not? Your workplace is big enough or not? What do you think?
It's big. It's big enough.
It's big enough?
Yeah.
And
My
you
is
are
not
like
big enough.
on a sofa, very comfortable.
Kind of.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. So the only things that you have to keep in mind with the word enough is that if you are using a noun, first is the word enough. If you are using an adjective, the adjective goes first. Clear? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, let's do a practice. Look at the first sentence. It says, I don't have, the word is money. Money is a noun or is that an adjective?
A
It's a
noun.
noun.
A noun.
It's a
No.
noun. So what will be the sentence here? I don't have
Enough money.
Enough money.
Okay, enough, and then the word money. So first is enough, and then is money. So I don't have enough money to go shopping. Nice. Number two, old. Old is a noun or is that an adjective?
It's a
An
noun.
adjective.
It's an adjective.
So what will be the sentence here?
Are you old
Are you
enough
old enough?
to get a driver's
Old enough.
license?
Okay, are you old enough to get a driver's license? Good. Number three, volunteer for reading, please.
My old car is too slow. It isn't fast enough.
Okay, so he said fast and then the word enough. Do you agree, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely, very good job. Number four, volunteer. Mhm.
Yes, there are enough eggs to bake a cake.
Okay, she says enough eggs. Everybody, what do you think?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
good job. Very good job. Number 5, volunteer.
Is it warm enough to go to the beach today?
Okay, warm and then the word enough. Everybody, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. So you see, very easy. You just have to identify, are you using a noun or an adjective? If it is a noun, put the word enough first. If you are using an adjective, I mean, the word enough goes after. Clear? Yes?
Yes.
Easy or difficult?
Easy for now.
Excellent. So remember, I know that these words, you already know that, maybe you already studied. So basically, this is just a quick review, okay? Now let's continue. Let's try to use enough. Describe your house and use adjective plus enough. So for example, I can say, my garden is big enough for my dog. How about you? How can you describe your house using this structure? Uh-huh. Give me sentences.
In my case, in my house, we have a back garden, which is big enough for me.
Okay, can you repeat it because I could barely hear you?
Oh, sorry. In my case, even yes,
Uh-huh. Continue.
yeah. In my case, in my house, we have a back garden,
Uh-huh.
so which is bigger enough for me.
It's big enough for you. That's great. Uh-huh. Nice. What else? Use it with adjective. Big enough, large enough, bright enough. I don't know. Tell me.
Like my house is clean enough.
Very good. Clean enough. What else?
My house is quiet enough to have a good rest.
My house is beautiful enough.
That's great. So you see, you are using the structure. Excellent. So let's answer the next question. What do you have enough in your house? Now let's use it with noun. For example, I have enough trees, for example. No more than what I need. I have enough. So how about you? What do you have enough in your house?
I have enough cats.
How many do you have?
5.
5 cats.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And do
Too
you have
many
any?
for me.
It's too many, Rhea. But do you like cats? Do you have any other pets or only the cats?
No, only cats for now.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Anyone else? What do you have enough in your house?
I have enough food in my house.
Very good. Excellent. What else?
I
What
have,
Okay,
I have
Rocio.
enough. Okay, I have enough yard in my house for my big dog.
Okay. What's the name of your dog?
Lucky.
Lucky. Okay. How many dogs do you have? Only one?
Only one.
Okay. Very good. I was listening to another boy. Go ahead.
I have enough space for my dogs in my house.
How many do you have?
I have 2 dogs.
Okay. I was expecting to say 5 dogs. Okay, sounds good. So you see, everyone, it is easy. Now, you can also use it in negative. And you just have to create the negative sentences. For example, I don't have enough space for my dog, for example. Or, my head is not big enough, for example. So affirmative or negative is just the same. And something positive about enough is that you can use it with countables or uncountable nouns. There is no problem about it. Is it clear? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
questions about enough? Are you sure? Or ready for an exam?
Ready.
That's only once is ready and the other ones? Okay, remember, this is just a quick review. When we have the speaking class, we are going to use all these phrases and the idea is to use it when we are speaking, okay? Let's see another one. Another common phrase that we can use is as plus adjective plus as. This is when we are comparing, but how can we use it? I need a volunteer for reading, please.
To make comparisons when things we are comparing are equal in some way.
Very good, thank you. So look, we use as plus adjective plus as when we compare, okay? Or to make comparison, but when the two things are equal in some way. So for example, I have two boys here. I got Dave and Dan. So what can I say about them? I can say that Dave is as tall as Dan. What is the meaning? The meaning is that they are equal. Look. Important. When we are using this comparison, we don't change the adjective. We cannot say that Dave is as taller as Dan. No, because we are saying that they are equal. Dave is as tall as Dan. What else can I say? Dave is as old as Dan. So the adjective is in the base form. Got it? Yes?
Yes.
Any questions about this? Okay, let's compare two things. Let's try to see similarities. For example, let's compare Canada with the United States. What can we say about them?
Canada is as big as United States.
Very good. They are very similar, exactly. What else?
United States is as cold as Canada.
Nice, very good, very good. So you see, we are using the structure as plus adjective plus as in order to say that they are equal in some way. You can use it with short adjectives or with long adjective. That's no problem at all. Okay? Just remember the adjective in the base form, no changes. Don't add anything. Now, we can use these phrases with many and countable nouns. For example, we are going to use as plus many plus nouns. So remember, many is for countables or uncountables?
Countables.
Correct. So look at the picture. How many apples does the girl have? Two. And the boy? Two. So it's basically the same. So we can say the girl has as many apples as the boy. So we are saying that is equal. And we are not using it with adjectives. We are using it with nouns. Okay? Can you tell me something that you have the same with your brothers or with your family? Uh-huh. What do you think?
I have as many cars as my cousin.
Good. Nice example. Very good. What else? For example, think about your kids. If you have 2 kids and your sister has 2 kids, you can say, I have as many kids as my sister. I have as many pets as my brother. Can you give me another example? What do you think?
I have as many laptops as my brother.
Very good. Excellent. So this is the structure. Just remember, many is for countables. But what happens if I want to use uncountables? What can I do?
Use much instead of many.
Correct. Excellent. So instead of saying as many, we are going to say as much. For example, he drinks as much water as his sister. We know that water is uncountable noun. So can you give me another example using as much? What do you think?
I'm not sure if this is correct, but I have this example. I have as much room space as my sister.
Do you have as much, can you repeat?
I have as much room space as my sister.
Yes, that is correct. Because remember, in this case, space is just the same in uncountable nouns. Anyone else? Another example?
I eat as much rice as my friend.
Very good. Excellent. So guys, if you see, that is the only difference. As many is with countables, as much is with uncountable nouns. The difference, and this is similar to when we use too much, and too many. Only as is for adjective. As plus adjective plus as. When we add many or much, we don't need an adjective. We need a noun. Is it clear? Yes?
Yes.
Questions? Or ready for an exam? Not ready for exam?
Yeah, ready.
That's the attitude. Okay. Let's have a practice. Look at this. Let's complete these sentences using as, or in the case that is negative, we can use the word not. For example, the number 1. The blue car is, the adjective is fast. What will be the sentence here?
The blue car is as fast as the red car.
Okay, is as fast as the red car. Is that correct, everybody? What do you think?
Yeah, it's correct.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
Totally, very good job. What happens if it is in negative? Number 2, Peter is?
Peter is not as tall as Fred.
Very good. Look, if it is in negative, the structure is the same. Of course, add the negative sentence, and then the structure is the same. Peter is not as tall as Fred. Nice job. Volunteer number 3.
The violin is not low as the cello.
Okay, is not as low as the cello. Good job. So it doesn't matter if it is affirmative or negative, everyone. It's the same. Can you read the number 4? Volunteer, please.
This coffee is as bad as the another one.
Good job. As bad as the other one. If you see, the adjective doesn't change. We cannot say, this copy is as worst as the other one. In the base form. And the last one, volunteer, please.
Oliver is as optimistic as Peter.
All right. So look at this, everyone. It doesn't matter if the adjective is short or if the adjective is long. This is the same structure. Understood, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Easy.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Now, let's have a practice. Imagine that I say, hey, you know what? I want to buy a cell phone, but I'm not sure which one should I buy. So should I go for a Samsung or should I go for an iPhone? I'm not sure. So everyone, what do you suggest? But I want you to tell me the reason why. For example, if you say, well, I suggest you to buy Samsung because iPhone is too expensive. Okay, so I want you to tell me which one should I buy, tell me why, and use the phrases that we just studied. So what do you think? What should I buy?
You should buy a iPhone because the Samsung is too slow.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Anyone else? What do you think?
You should buy an iPhone because its camera is better than the Samsung.
Okay, sounds good. In this case, you use better. We are comparing the traditional way. Sounds good. What else? Remember the phrases. We have too, too much, too many, enough, as plus adjective plus as. Try to use them. What else? Why should I buy an iPhone or why should I buy a Samsung?
I suggest to buy a Samsung because the iPhone don't have enough space in the iCloud.
Very good, enough space. So the iPhone, can I say the iPhone don't have?
Haven't enough space.
Okay, the sentences is pretty good. Actually, I liked it. Can I say, well, the iPhone don't have enough space. Look, enough, good, and then the noun, perfect. But if I'm talking about the iPhone, can I use the auxiliary don't?
Does have enough space.
Doesn't. Why? Why do you think that it doesn't?
Because it's a third.
Is the third person. Exactly. If you said iPhones, okay, if you put it in plural, it's all right. But in this case, third person. Excellent job. So I think that everybody is suggesting iPhone. Nobody suggests Samsung? Anyone? No? Nobody? Okay. So I think that I have iPhone's lover here. Okay, nice. Another example. Imagine that I want to travel. So where should I go? To Mexico or to Colombia?
From Mexico.
Okay, I'm listening to someone, but I cannot hear
Sorry,
you very well.
I was on mute. I was practicing. Sorry, I didn't notice.
Okay, it's okay. No worries, no worries. Okay, so where should I go? And tell me why using the phrases.
Mexico is as beautiful as Colombia.
Okay. That's a good sentence. What else, everyone? Where should I go? For example, you can say, you should go to Colombia because Mexico is too dangerous. Well, I was checking a video, everyone, that Mexico is kind of dangerous. What do you think about it? Is that true?
In this case, both are.
Well, that's a
Not
good
too
point.
dangerous, yeah.
So what would be the sentence? We can say, well, you shouldn't go to any of them because Mexico is
Too
as
dangerous.
but if we are comparing because they are equal,
Oh, as
Mexico.
dangerous as Colombia.
Very good. As dangerous as Colombia. Very good. What else? What else? How can we compare these ones?
I recommend you go to Mexico because Mexico has too many places to visit.
Very good.
Yeah, but if you don't have a visa for Mexico, well, go to Colombia because I think Salvadorians doesn't need a visa to travel to Colombia.
Yeah, it's true. But if you want to go to Mexico, you do need a visa. For Colombia, no, but for Mexico, you do. Okay, that's a good sentence. What else? Talking about money. What do you think? Which one should I visit if I don't have enough money?
I have heard Mexico is as cheap as Colombia. Both countries are so cheap. It's too cheap. I think too cheap.
In this case, too cheap sounds like, remember, the negative aspect. So we can say they are so cheap. They are very cheap, right?
Okay. So
very good. So the sentence when you are comparing is good. If you see Mexico is as cheap as Colombia. Very good job. Talking about the weather. What do you think? What do you think? Is that difference the weather in Mexico or in Colombia? Are they the same? Imagine that I want to say that they have the same weather.
Or like the weather in Mexico is warm enough.
Very good. That's a good example. So talking about the people, what can we say about people in Mexico or in Colombia?
The people in Mexico is as friendly as in Colombia.
Nice job. Very good. Excellent job. So you see, we are basically comparing, but we are using different phrases. Not only the traditional, better, more, okay? That's the idea. Okay, I'm hungry. I want to have a very delicious lunch. Where should I eat? Pizza Hut or Papa John's?
for me, Papa John's is better than Pizza Hut, but Papa John's is too expensive.
Very good example. Excellent. What else, everyone? What do you think? Where should I eat?
Papa John's is more delicious than Pizza Hut.
Okay. Do you agree, everybody? Are you team Papa John's or are you team Pizza Hut?
Papa John's team.
Papa John's.
Okay, okay.
Depends.
On what?
Oh, I love the cheese on pizza. What they call I don't know how is the name of that pizza, with cheese in the border. But it's
Hot
good.
Pizza.
cheese.
Which one?
Hot cheese.
Hot cheese.
Hot cheese. Yeah.
Okay. And
That's
Papa
what
John's
it is.
doesn't have that option, do they?
I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't think so, right? Okay. So what else? Talking about the restaurants. What can we say about the restaurants, about Papa John's and Pizza Hut? Which one is better? What do you think? Try to use enough to describe them. Think about the restaurants.
The Pizza Hut restaurant is beautiful enough.
It's beautiful enough. Okay. What else? Which one is, or which one has more room? Which one has more tables, more options in the menu? What do you think?
I think that it's, well, go ahead.
No, I just say Pizza Hut is big enough as Papa John's.
Is big enough as Papa John's. That's what you mean?
Yeah, Pizza Hut is big enough.
Okay, very good. So that's a good one. Just remember that when we use these kind of expressions, we use the adjective exactly as it is, right? It's big enough. It's not necessary to say bigger, because remember that in this case, we are just using the word enough. So imagine if both has the same side, if they are equal, talking about the space, what can we say? Can I use as in this scenario? What do you think? For example, Pizza Hut is?
Sorry, we can use a combination like Pizza Hut is as big enough as Papa John's.
Let me think. Pizza Hut is as big enough as Papa John's.
Is as big enough as Papa John's.
Well, if you translate that sentence, makes a lot of sense for us in Spanish. But be honest, it sounds a little bit weird in English. It sounds like redundant, I guess. So try to put it in separate ways. So you can say, so Pizza Hut is as big as Papa John's, or Pizza Hut is big enough, and so is Papa John's. But we use that phrase, so is Papa John's. That means like Papa John's too.
If we use together that comparisons, we are redundant.
Exactly, it sounds like that. So talking about employees, what can you say about the employees of Pizza Hut and Papa John's? Do you see them happy, friendly, angry, stressful? What do you think? Hard
Well,
workers?
I think Pizza Hut employees are so friendly.
So friendly, very good. And the Papa John's? How about them? Are they friendly?
For me, Papa John's employees are as friendly as Pizza Hut employees.
Very good. Excellent. So you see, everyone, this is the phrase, the way that we can use those phrases when we are talking about 2, 3, or more things. Okay. Now, the idea of this topic is to use it, not only to use the typical better than, more, beautiful than, that is the traditional, okay? But we are going to try to use these ones. Now, well, we don't have time. Wow, the time flies. Tomorrow, we are going to continue with another topic. And again, we are going to have like a lot of speaking practice too, because that's the idea. Just remember, everyone, work on the platform. You have some exercises there. And if you see on the platform, you will find exercises related with the topic that we just studied in the class. So try to give some minutes. Remember that the idea is that every week you can have at least 20% of each activities. So try to complete the sentences, try to complete the exercises. If you have questions about some exercises or if you don't understand why the answer is incorrect, again, you can take a screenshot and send it to me or send it on WhatsApp's group, and I will help you with that. Clear? Yes?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Any questions before leaving, everyone?
No, by my side.
No questions?
No
Okay.
problem.
Excellent. Well, everybody, it's a pleasure to see you. Have a beautiful day and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
See you. Take care.
Bye.
You
You,
too. Have a
bye.
nice day. See
Take
you.
Thank
care.
you. Bye-bye.